Mahomes looks different, Kelce seems more serious, and Chris Jones, he's talking less and training more. There's something in the air in Kansas City, and it's not just the preseason chill. The locker room feels tighter, the atmosphere more intense, and even the rookies already understand this isn't just another campaign. If you're paying attention, you can sense it. There's a new spark in this roster, and while outside opinions are all over the place, are people really seeing the full picture? Hit that like button, because the news coming out is big and it might just surprise you. Alright, here we go. Time to talk Chiefs and whether they're ready to rip through 2025 like a team on a mission. Spoiler alert, they absolutely are. After last season's bitter ending, Kansas City's walking into this year like they've got a personal vendetta against every team on the schedule. They aren't just trying to make it back to the Super Bowl, they're trying to slam the door behind them and hoist another Lombardi. This squad's been stewing over how things ended, and now they're out for blood. The big three Mahomes, Kelce, and Chris Jones are still in the building, and there's a real sense that this could be their last ride together. That trio knows what's at stake. They've been through the wars. They're not just chasing rings anymore, they're chasing legacy. And don't think for a second the young guns in the locker room don't feel that urgency too. Sure, the roster took some hits this offseason, some familiar faces are gone, but Kansas City didn't just sit on their hands, they went out and grabbed guys they believe can elevate this team. The front office didn't waste time crying over departures, they reloaded with a clear mindset, get better, get tougher, and give Mahomes the tools to dominate. Every offseason we hear the same noise, the Chiefs are finally gonna fall off. And every year, they shut everyone up. Whether it's people saying Kelce's past his prime or Mahomes has dad bod energy now, the critics are always ready with the hot takes. But as Peter Schrager said on ESPN, none of that matters. What does matter is that this team shows up when it counts. They had a strong draft, they beefed up the O-line in free agency, and some key receivers are coming back healthy. Bottom line, if you're betting against the Chiefs, you haven't been paying attention. This isn't a rebuild, it's a reload. The dynasty talk, far from over. Do you think Mahomes, Kelce, and Jones have one more title run in them? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because the projected win totals are already stirring up controversy. So the question floating around right now, are the Chiefs getting a fair win total for 2025? Odds makers are slotting them in around 10 to 12 wins, and honestly, that sparked some debate. Because if this really isn't the same Chiefs squad we've seen over the last few years, why are expectations still sky high? Let's be real, Kansas City shook things up big time this offseason. There was a ton of roster turnover, including some cornerstone pieces, and naturally folks around the league are wondering if the dynasty's finally cooling off. But let's not act like this is some brand new movie with a cast of nobodies. Mahomes is still the star, and history says you bet against him at your own risk. Every year people toss out the same tired line, this is the year the Chiefs fall off. But every time they don't hoist the Lombardi, the narrative shifts to see, told ya. Yet here they are again, penciled in for double-digit wins by Vegas. That's not a fluke, it's a sign of respect. You don't hand out a 10+ win projection to a team you think is cooked. CBS Sports' Tyler Sullivan summed it up perfectly. Since Mahomes took the reins in 2018, the Chiefs have beaten that projected win total all but once, and that one exception still made the playoffs. So if Vegas is giving them 10 to 12 wins, it's because history demands it. Yes, the AFC West is heating up. The Chargers and Broncos are sniffing the postseason, and the Raiders aren't just rolling over anymore. Add in a brutal 2025 schedule, the 6th toughest in the league by projected win totals, and things are definitely more intense. But here's the kicker, most of those monster matchups, they're coming to Arrowhead. Eagles in week 2, Ravens in week 4, Lions in week 6, Commanders in week 8. That place is a fortress, and even if KC splits those games, it's enough cushion to keep them on pace to beat that win total. So yeah, the number feels right. It's tough, it's challenging, but it's what you give a team that still has Mahomes, Andy Reid, and a Super Bowl chip on their shoulder. Fair? Definitely. Conservative? Maybe. But count them out and they'll make you regret it. The truth is, even with the changes, the Chiefs still strike fear. The roster felt the sting of 2024, but they came back hungrier. And if Vegas believes in them, maybe we should be paying close attention too. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss what's next in this story.